Good evening, good evening. Jessica Carter, the Peaceful Billionaire. Mission to Billions. Vlog, day 9. I can't believe it. I'm having so much fun doing this every day. You have no idea. I'm having so much fun doing this. Today is Tuesday, and I don't know what is going on in my mind. I keep thinking that it's already Thursday, but in fact it is not. It is Tuesday. It was a really, really fun and exciting day today. I had a bunch of meetings and formed a new joint venture partnership this morning. So that's exciting. And yeah, a bunch of different meetings, had some preparation to do because I had the surprise for my friend for her wedding this evening. So cat's out of the bag a little bit. So she got one of her surprises thus far. She came over, and here, one of the surprises. So I found someone who does henna, and she's willing to travel to you. So I had her come to my place, had my friend come over, and we had henna done. So my friend is getting married on Thursday, and I just wanted to do something really special for her. And I have a few other surprises that she doesn't know about. But so this was the first of several surprises, and I'm really excited because I absolutely love other cultures. I love really all other cultures, but I've always had just this tremendous affinity for Egyptian culture, as well as Indian cultures. So I'm really excited to have henna for the first time, and yeah, I would definitely do it again. And the girl who came was absolutely wonderful. So if any of my subscribers or listeners, if you are here in New York and would like to have something like this done, or do like a little girls night in sort of thing, it's called Henna by Naty. Henna by Naty, Naty. And she didn't ask me to say that. She didn't know I'm saying that, but I'll actually have to let her know that I shouted her out. So she came to us. She was like the sweetest, like her energy was incredible, and the space. So she actually does like Reiki and intuitive guided design. So she does all of this freehand, and we just had like the best girl time, best conversation. It was super, super fun. I should have got that on camera. I didn't think about it. My brain does not think that way as of yet. So I totally should have done that. It would have been a lot of fun to at least vlog and catch some of it on camera. So I have to remember that for future. If I have something going on, just go ahead and do my vlog entry for the day during, and just that way I can capture a little bit of other things that are happening behind the scenes as well. But anyway, so that was incredible, and it was a day that was a bit more busy than it was productive. So I do still have some things that I absolutely have to tend to this evening, because I am touching base with the project manager on my team again tomorrow. So I know that there are some things that she needs from me, and I also just need to take a pause and give some clear thought to following up on things that I'm making sure that the team's getting done, in addition to the things that I'm getting done. So just making sure I'm keeping that communication open, and if there's anything that they haven't started working on yet that perhaps I need them to start working on. So I just have to go look back over my reverse engineer plan. I'm a huge reverse engineer plan. So since I do have my 3-day event it's the enhanced version of my 3-day event, virtual. That's going to be coming up towards the end of June. So there is a whole reverse engineered plan in process, so that things are, ready and available in time to to fulfill to fulfill that target. So I really like reverse engineer, okay, here's the date, and then work backwards as far as, okay, well, what needs to be done, in what order, what can I have my team do, what do they need to do in what order, what do I need to do, what do I need to get done, and in what order, and keep that very organized and on a timeline. So I have to spend a little bit of time and follow up on all of that, just to make sure, as we're continuing to move through May, that all of these things are ready in time. For promotional partners, so that I have all of the swipe copy ready, and the affiliate links and things like that for my JV partners. So I have to get that ready, and a bunch of other things, but that's one of the things that was on my brain today. I was like, have to actually make sure that I have a clear set date of when I'm going to make sure that all of my promotional partners have their materials, that they need their materials by, and that it's reverse engineered so that everything is ready by then. So I'll just be having a look at everything. Otherwise, I'm going to be pretty brief tonight because I haven't had a proper dinner yet, so I actually still need to eat. And again, I still have plenty of work and things that I need to wrap up this evening, which I'm fine with. I mean, that's really that's one of the beauties of being an entrepreneur. Is having that, freedom and flexibility in your day to, do something really special for a friend, and then utilize, the time that I would have been doing that later in the evening. So just able to reorganize the day and the time. And there's a lot of things on the front end right now, with some new systems and things that I'm implementing into my business, and so some things that are being built out. And so right now, there's a lot more time on the front end, a lot more time and energy in the front end that is required both from my team and from myself. So it is pretty intense right now. And I know that, and I'm here for it. But at the same time, I also look forward to, each time we're using this new system, each next event, it's going to be a little easier. Things are going to be a little smoother. The systems are already going to be in place. And so then it becomes maintaining and also refining and enhancing, and maintaining and refining and enhancing. Because as an entrepreneur, two of the most important things as an entrepreneur are innovation and marketing, right? And for me, yes, marketing for sure, but innovation is my jam. And so I love that ability to continuously innovate and make things better and more powerful for my clients, because that has always been my intention, is to show up and support and guide others at the absolute highest level and in the highest and best way. So everything that I do is always with that in my mind and in my heart when I'm creating and developing something new or enhancing, really always bringing that absolute highest level, continuing to make it better, and making sure that it is for the highest, that it's the highest and best, and that it's for the highest and best good for my clients. So that I'm really showing up and serving at that absolute highest level, to give people transformation, real, meaningful, deep, lasting transformation, change in their financial life, their financial future, their financial destiny. It's really beautiful. Oh, that was something else we did during the henna. So we got on the subject of she has another service, which is like she calls it a spirituative session, where she, you know, does the Reiki and really connects, and does like some other like guided session for like your work and you know, your life and things like that. And she said that she pulls cards during those sessions, and I was like, oh, I have cards. So I pulled out my box, and I actually have, if it wasn't so far away I would show it to you. I have a beautiful box with all of my various oracle decks in it. So I pulled it out to show it to her, and she was like, oh my God, this is incredible. And it turns out that there was one deck that I had duplicate of. I had two of this one deck, and the reason that I had two of that particular deck is when I used to travel all the time, when I still worked in medicine and I used to travel all the time doing contract work in neurosurgery, I had a couple of decks that were my favorite, that I had like a second deck of, that I would keep at like my workplace that I was staying. So like my work home away from home. And then I still had that deck like at home, so that I wasn't like toting them back and forth every single time. And I realized that I still, 11 on the clock. So 11 minutes, 11 seconds. Anyways, so I noticed that I still had two of one of the decks, and so I gifted it to Natalia, who that's the Henna by Naty. Her name is Natalia. So I gifted her one of them, and then she was able to have us draw a card, and the cards that each one of us drew the message could not have been more perfect or on point for each one of us. And then also, you know, collectively, it's always very powerful to hear you know, what someone else picked, and like they picked that card, but also you know, that the collective energy, like I think I needed my message and that reminder, but I also needed their messages, and I think that was vice versa for them. So we had a lot of fun and really beautiful conversation, and we're definitely gonna do it again. Definitely gonna do it again. It's so fun. All right, but that's it. I'm gonna let you go. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it brief for this evening. Yeah, the only other thing, which is so ridiculous, can I tell you how ridiculous this is? Now, I went to the market before they came over to pick up a few things so that I could do like a nice little cheese board with like fruit and nuts. You know, I don't eat meat, so not quite a charcuterie board, but that concept minus the meat. So I went to the store to pick up a few things that I was missing to be able to create that. And I decided to get some broccoli while I was at the store, not for this, but just to have. I was like, oh, I need more broccoli. And I leaned forward to get the broccoli, and all of a sudden my back just went and like really tightened up and seized up on me. It's my own fault because I fell asleep on the couch last night, and my couch is kind of like more firm, and then I went and got in my bed, which is more soft, and for whatever reason, I had been fine the entire day, and for whatever reason, when I bent forward to get that broccoli, again, this is so ridiculous, when I bent forward to get that broccoli, my back just completely tightened up on me, so it's still really stiff and sore. I put some rub on it. I took some Tylenol and some ibuprofen, which I absolutely hate to do. However, it's quite uncomfortable, and I have too much going on and too much to do, and I don't like for anything to slow me down. So if keeping me from being slowed down means a little bit of Tylenol and ibuprofen for a day or so, then so be it. But anyways, that was super random. Whatever. You know, whatever. It is what it is. But it's definitely sore and uncomfortable, and I still am like having the best day ever. I shared that on my live tonight. I was like, I am literally positive to a fault. But anyway, almost to a fault, but I'm grateful for it. So anyways, so that's all. I bid you good night. I wish you much prosperity And again, Jessica Carter, the Peaceful Billionaire, Mission to Billions vlog, day 9. I will see you tomorrow.